How you guys doing? Back with Gameweek 31 match reaction. Let's get straight into it. If you're new to this channel, please comment, like, and subscribe. Let's start with the Newcastle Everton game. It was a 1-1 draw. I predicted in my game Newcastle is going to win or draw. It was a very, very good match actually. I saw a little bit of the match. Isaac scored in the 15th minute. Then Dan Burn scored, but Olivier rolled it off. Then at the end of the game, it was stupid from the Newcastle defenders. They considered the penalty that went to VAR and it was awarded. Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored on the 88th minute and the match ended in a 1-1 draw. So those who followed my tips and everything, I told you Newcastle will not draw, so I'm sure that should have clicked for you. Moving on, we'll go to the Newcastle West Fulham game. I also predicted this game is going to be either won by each team. It's not going to end in a draw, and the match ended in a 3-1 win for Nottingham Forest. They have been badly in need of a win. They've not won in the last 5 games prior to this game, and they needed a win because they are facing relegation shortly. And Austin Odoi scored the first goal in the first half in the very early 9th minute. Then Chris Wood scored again. This was assisted by Gibbs White. Then Odoi missed the 1-on-1 with the keeper. And by the end of halftime, it was 3-0. At the beginning of the second half, Tyson Aderoba scored 1 for Fulham, but it was too little too late. The game was already done at this point. So Newcastle, and also to mention, I watched the game as well. What the coach did for the Fulham substitution was very, very disrespectful for those players. Imagine being a player and subbed off after 30 minutes of the first half. You will be, and some other boys, like, it doesn't make sense. Let's wait to halftime for substitutes. Not doing it during the game, like 30 minutes, like that would do a lot to their confidence, I'm telling you. Moving on, went to the Bournemouth Crystal Palace game. This game was quite interesting. There's a boy in Crystal Palace called Warthorne. He's a midfielder. He uses his left. He's very, very good. Very, very hard. I think he has been called up to the England under 21, so he's now playing with Harvey Elliott, the Madueke, and them, and the guy is very, very good. I watched the game actually. Izzy was back as well. Izzy actually scored a goal. He scored a goal at the end of first half, but Mateta was an inch offside, so the goal was disallowed. Only for Clovet to come in the second half, 79 minutes, and scored the winner, and it was 1-0 win to Bournemouth. Although I predicted Crystal Palace draw a win, it was a very, very tricky game, and it was tight up until the end. So yeah, moving on to the final game for the match on Tuesday, we had West Ham Tottenham. I also predicted a Tottenham win or draw. Well, this game, Brennan Johnson took the lead at the 5th minute, then Kozuma equalized at the 19th minute. Although Tottenham had a lot of possession in this game, they couldn't convert it to goals. And yeah, the match ended at a draw. Moving on to the next game on Wednesday, we had Arsenal Luton, Brentford Brighton, and City Aston Villa. For the Arsenal Luton, the game was pretty much very clear. Arsenal was going to win from the first kick. There was a lot of rotation. Smith Rowe came in, Nelson came in, Zinchenko came in, Partey came in. So there's a lot of rotation for the Arsenal team because of the demand. There's going to be a lot of games towards the end of the season, till end of the season. We have Champions League coming in. We have a lot, so we need to rotate. And this was a perfect time, midweek game against the relegating battle, Luton Town. So it was nice to rotate. The game started. Odegaard took the lead on the 24th minute. Then there was an own goal scored. Before I move, the Odegaard goal was assisted by Smith, who was eventually the man of the match of the game. So that is key. So I think that would do a lot for Smith-Rowe's confidence, because we Arsenal fans, this is the bias channel. We Arsenal fans, we were waiting for Smith-Rowe, but things haven't just gone his way this season, if I'm being real. So like, this would do a lot of confidence. This would do a lot of boost his confidence going forward. Like, he had the assist, he had a lot of time, and he just picked out Odegaard, and it was a goal. That is for the second goal. He had a lot of time and he assisted the own goal. So that's for the second goal. The first goal was assisted by Kai Havertz, who is on fire this season. So the game ended in a 2-0. Now Arsenal go to Brighton for the next game. Well, for the Brentford-Brighton game, I predicted it's going to be a draw or Brentford will win. It ended in a draw, 0-0 draw. I watched the game. Brighton would look like they were going to score. They had about 12 chances, and Brentford was really struggling in that game. Ivan Toney was up there. Wissa played, Mbeumo came in, but they just couldn't find a way. And the game was quite fun because it got to a point where Brentford were trying to use, all this long throw tactics and corner, and so it was getting a little bit of nervy, like, when they're about to take a corner or a throw-in, the Brighton players were nervous because it could just go in, but they didn't deserve to win, so it was a fair result, a draw. I watched the game. Joao Pedro is actually a good striker. There was a clip that's going viral now of a player trying to take off a shot and literally pulled down shots to give him. The guy is quite a good player, but he ended as a draw as I predicted. Brentford win a draw. It was a 0-0 draw. Moving on to the Manchester City Aston Villa game. I predicted a 5-0 win, something like that. Manchester City totally dominated the game. It was 4-1. They beat Aston Villa. There was no chance. There was no two ways about it. I said it previously that Manchester City has not beaten any top 4 team this season, and they did that this game yesterday. Rodri scored the opener, then they equalized, then Phil Foden scored a hat-trick. Let's talk about this Phil Foden guy now. The conversation has begun again. Him and Saka and who is better. Personally, I feel like they're on the same level. But right now, as of now, I feel like Phil Foden is like they're still on the same level still. But Phil Foden is edging that conversation because I do remember Saka scoring hat-trick and this guy is scoring hat-trick. It might be because of the team, but I don't think Foden is better than Saka. They're on the same level. But the fact that he's scoring hat-tricks and whatnot, you have to say, if he's out of 100, Foden is 71, Saka is 70, because they're literally the same player. I'm an Arsenal fan, sorry, but I have to say the truth. Like, he's scoring hat-tricks. Literally, he's scoring hat-tricks. I tell you, it was not Saka's level, but this season has made me to realize that Foden is actually a baller. I can't hide that again because I'm an Arsenal fan or whatnot, but yeah, they're still on par. But let's see how the season goes. Whoever wins the Premier League is going to be the best player in my opinion. So I feel if Arsenal should win it, the conversation is dead. Because for you to be the best in the Premier League, the best player is there as well. That's just it. Moving on to the games on yesterday, we had Liverpool, Sheffield, and Chelsea hosted Manchester United. So the Liverpool-Sheffield game was very, very clear that Liverpool was going to win. My prediction, I said Liverpool was going to win. Darwin Núñez scored at the 17th minute, followed by a Conor Bradley goal. This is where it gets tricky. Sheffield held up for 75 minutes without 1-1 draw. I actually thought Liverpool was going to bottle the lead here, but unfortunately, McAllister. Is it McAllister or McAllister? Which one is it? Please let me know in the comment section below. It came up with the Rockets. I can't lie, the goal was sweet. Like, those type of goals that it just goes into the net and it comes out immediately like shots. Literally, he wanted to remove the keeper's head. Literally, that's what it was then. Cody Gakpo off of the bench on 90th minute, he scored there. Still want to put the story to rest. And that was that about the Liverpool-Sheffield. Now Liverpool go to Manchester United. Yeah, for the next game. I'll get to that in the next video. This is just a reaction of Gameweek 31 games and looking at my prediction. For this Chelsea game, it ended in a 4-3. Chelsea was hosting Manchester United. My bad. My first question is, where do Chelsea get all their defenders from? Disasi, Badiashile, whatever you want to call it. What kind of defense is that, Malo Gusto? What is that? Is that a defense? I can't believe you're home, you're 2-0 up, you threw the 2-0 away. The next thing, you're 3-2 losing in your home. What kind of defense is that? And I saw clips of Disasi trying to celebrate a tackle he made after giving the ball away. Literally, the ball was given away in that similar manner for Garnacho to score the first goal. Well, back to the goal scorer. Gallagher scored the first goal at the 4th minute. Then Cole Palmer scored a hat-trick. This guy too is looking like Chelsea serious business right there. Cole Palmer is scoring a hat-trick. We need to give props to this guy. He's racking up the numbers right now. Now I'm seeing why he left Manchester City. Because if he was at Manchester City, he won't be doing this kind of numbers. He'll be on the bench. He will probably be like Oscar Bob. I don't know if you guys know that guy in Manchester City. The guy is very good, but game time is limited. I watched him at the game on Norway. He's very good. He scored as well in Norway game. The guy is good, but that's to be the similar position Palmer is right now. Because Palmer, to get started, even Phil Foden in Manchester City, his starting space was not guaranteed. It wasn't guaranteed. But right now, kudos to him. Like, business that I feel like worked out for Chelsea's Cole Palmer. The rest of them, I feel like it just failed. The guy's racking up the numbers seriously. He's involved in almost all their goals. I watched the game as well. He was in the center of everything. He demanded the ball. I think I made in my previous video that he was making them not click and everything. But I watched the game. He needed the ball. He wanted the ball at all times, and he produced. Let's not lie. Over to Man U as well. Like, what's going on with this team? Man U is going to be the Banter FC for this week. Second time in a week. Like, second time consecutively. What's going on? The only person that can hold his head up high is Alejandro Garnacho. That's the only guy. Man U is the Banter FC of this week again. How about now? What you guys doing? Like, fix up. You went to Brentford, same shit. Last minute, you came to Chelsea again, same shit as well. You man need to fix up. What's going on? You can't be throwing away leads in the last second of the game, back to back. Like, what's going on? It's actually funny because this is the second time in a row. The first time, I didn't even do Man U reaction and everything like that, but like they started asking me, oh, I'm not talking about Man U. I'm not this, yada, yada, yada. No, I'm talking about Man U, the same shit 2 times in a row. What's going on? You man need to fix up. The only player that can hold his head up high is Garnacho. And for the Man U game as well, it was nice seeing Mason Mount coming back to Stamford Bridge, although it was booed. But it was nice seeing that. I feel like what I heard is that he left Chelsea because the contract we were offering him, the wages and everything was not up to what he wanted, and it was only Manchester United that was going to pay that, and that's why he left. I think Arsenal too was even in the race for Mason Mount, but I feel Manchester United were the ones that offering what he felt he was worth at that time. So yeah, that's the end of the reaction for Game Week 31. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new to this channel, or you just found it by mistake, subscribe, comment, like, and yeah, more videos to come. I hope you guys caught up the manager of the month and player of the month. What you guys vote? I need to know you guys are voting. I said who I'm voting for. I said who deserves it, but I need to know from you guys who you guys think deserves it. Well, yeah, that's about it. I'll get back to you on the match preview and betting tips for Game Week 32. I'll see you guys later in a bit.